Hello everyone, my name is Christian, and today I'm back with another operator guide. Now, first things first, excuse that, I have not played a lot this season. Anywho, basically, today we're going over Blitz. Now, here's the thing. Why Blitz, right? So you might be wondering, why would you ever make a guide on Blitz? This guy is annoying as shit. Why are you encouraging this, etc., etc.? Well, my guides are catered specifically towards a competitive audience, and unfortunately, Blitz is super meta right now, and I'm gonna milk the fuck out of it. So, without further ado, let's get to the basics. First things first, you don't really got much choice here in terms of what you can bring. Never bring breach charges, always bring smokes. Use muzzle brake and laser for the ADS. Shield is a shield. You're a walking flashbang. And I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Loadout wise. Now, here's the thing with Blitz. Blitz is the agent of chaos in RainbowSixSiege. Blitz is the operator you bring when you want to completely force respect from the other team. For example, right, if you're not Shyko, if you're not Bolo, right, you're not Spoit, you're not some crazy good team in competitive, and people are, playing very confidently against you, there is one way to basically force respect, and that is by bringing a Blitz. Because Blitz forces respect even more than Montagne. Montagne is like, it's a full shield. You can get close, and they're not really going to care about it until you know, unshield, and even then, it's not the biggest concern. Blitz, if Blitz is near you, you're dead. You will get flashed, you will get knifed, you will get shot, and you cannot, like, you have to run away from a Blitz. You have to keep distance. And unless there's a crossfire, there isn't really much of a way to counter Blitz. So let's go over the counters that do exist. On defense, the only quote-unquote counters to Blitz are trap operators, i.e. Ella, Legion. Melusi, honestly, is not going to do much other than slow Blitz down. Fenner isn't going to do too much. Tuberao is a counter because the canister slows Blitz down and disables the shield from flashbanging, so if you're on Tuberao for a strat or whatever and Blitz is running at you, throw a canister at him and use that to get the fuck away from him. Frost is a counter because, trap that insta-downs. Capcan's actually a pretty decent counter against Blitz because most of the time Blitzes are full shift Wing with no intention of stopping. Clash, similar to countering Montaigne, it's a counter, question mark? Like, yeah, you'll slow him down and maybe knock his shield to the side a bit with the damage, but not as effective as the counters mentioned. Warden, of course, is a counter because, you won't get flashed, but let's be real here. If Blitz is close enough to flash you, it's not going to matter because you're going to get knifed or shot by Blitz's teammate. So, Warden is a counter, but it's not an actual, like, relevant counter. Mute's technically a counter. It disables you from getting flashed, but once again, if Blitz is close enough to flash you, you're going to get knifed. Castle's a counter because it blocks doorways, but once again, not a big deal. I mean, if a Blitz at 1v3, that's one of those scenarios where Blitz does suck ass in because of crossfires. Smoke canisters are not like a technical quote-unquote counter to his ability, but it prevents Blitz from pushing somewhere without taking like 70 damage, so that's something. Works as a counter because you can run it, Blitz, and push them back, but once again, that's a big risk. If you miss by a millimeter, your flash, you're dead. Even if you're close enough to like run at him, he'll flash you while you're running at him, so you'll knock him down, but you'll be blind. You have to play with a teammate because by the time you're not blind anymore, he's going to be up again. So it's really rough for a win-win. A zombie similar to Castle can block off lanes and shit like that, depending on the map. So That's the counters. That's the only thing, like, the only ops you actually have to worry about are Ella, Legion, Frost, and potentially Oryx. That's honestly the biggest concerns for a Blitz. Now, here's the thing with Blitz. There's two ways to play him, right? You either play more slow and structured, meaning if they're setting up like a four-man roam that honestly you probably are not going to be able to clear, you take a Blitz, have your shield player roam clear out by just running through the entire top floor to get rid of the roamers. Because if you're roaming and you know you can fall back and then you see a Blitz running at you, you're going to fall back. You are not going to stay with the Blitz. You're gonna, you're gonna fall back. You're gonna peel off the roam. So Blitz is gonna be the quickest way to roam clear a really tedious roam. Obviously, his utility isn't gonna be good past that, but you're gonna have like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to work with, depending how hard a roam is and what map it is. Like Clubhouse SSG roam, right? For basement. You send a Blitz in through like gym window, and he goes through the main hall, all that, through Logi, through everything. He's gonna clear out the roam in probably a minute and a half for all the floors, as long as your teammates are holding good cuts, and then you're got all that map control to work with. Maybe a minute, right? Like, Blitz is really good for roam clear. The next possible way to actually use Blitz, and which doesn't require like structure and roam clear and all that, is the quote-unquote cheese meta, as people like to call it. I don't think that's really as much a thing. It's more so like, okay, you can rush. Border is a map where you're going to see Blitz commonly used to attack bathroom with a rush if you're not clearing out bathroom, because I'm not going to lie, that's one of the better ways to attack it. Similarly to like Consulate, right? You'll have Blitz drop the yellow skylight while Amar's like Amaring into the CEO window. Now, obviously, my senses changed every fucking video, but my aim's gonna probably be suffocating because, you know, I'm not actually gaming. But here's the thing with Blitz, right? Shields can jump through barricades. Let me show that somewhere else. You put away. Boom. See? Easy. What you'll have is, in the first 30 seconds, probably less, everybody rushes to the site window. Glass goes upside down rappel here. Prep smokes. Ying is going to be on the drone hole over there, yinging out sight. You're going to have a dude covering over here, watching this angle for the rotate. And Blitz just fucking goes in, boom, boom, and plants with the shield on the back. And then he stays here because you can't really jump out, you'll get pre-fired, right? So you stay here, but you have a shield, someone comes close, you flash, you shoot him, right? That's a rush. Pretty common border rush you see on bathroom. Similarly, if you're trying to roam clear, right, you need to play aggressive. The thing is, shield players, you're either a Monty, like, if you're a shield player, you're good on any shield, but you have to be aggressive to play Blitz well. If you're not aggressive, but a good shield player, honestly, you'll probably get more benefit from Monte. But you rush in here, you roam clear, you see there, like, you have a drone still, you're like, okay, there's a guy over here stuck, right? You flash him, tell him, you know, run around. No invade, just gotta be safe, right? And then, there you go. Nobody here, might be CC, but at that point, your other cut holders, like if you have a Hibana, standing outside the store, watching this, so you don't have to worry about it. Only thing you have to worry about east. You open up the store, have another guy pushing from east, you roam clear in approximately 30 seconds. And then you just get the hatch and plant, right? Like, set something up. So, the thing is, Blitz is not difficult. The thing is, you have to be good on shields. Being good on shields is hard because you have to bounce, like, it's a lot more of a bounce in the heat of the moment. You can't just hold an angle like this because you have a pistol and the sight sucks and you'll get one tap, right? You have to know when to ADS, you have to know the timings, you have to know when to push, when to play passive, right? You need a lot of game sense. These are things that I can't really teach in this video, but you need to be aware of how to play Blitz, what his counters are, and timings. You know, if someone's not facing you, that doesn't mean you can ADS, because sometimes, you know, they're just trying to bait you into ADSing, and you're gonna be ready. If your teammate's behind you, and your teammate's like in a gunfight, yeah, you should flash an ADS, right? Stuff like that. Like, there's really not that much more over it. Yeah, I mean, you should probably drone on Blitz. You're not gonna be like, your entry is rarely gonna play Blitz. It's usually gonna be like a flex player, maybe a support player. Flex support, in my opinion, is like the, like, cheese roll, where you'd have a Ying, a Blitz, etc. You know, but if you bring multiple, you're gonna have to change that around. Yeah, you drone. Okay, you see it's clear. Push in. Check everything, right? You gotta check corners. Because people, when they hear a Blitz, you rat. Think about it, right? How many times do you hear a Blitz and you just try to prone and hide somewhere so it walks past you and you can get shot, like, shoot him in the back? You're gonna have to be careful. You're gonna have to check everything, right? So, yeah. There isn't too much more to explain with Blitz. I'll probably find some examples in Pro League because I think that's gonna describe how Blitz is played a bit better than what I'm saying. I want to show basically that Warden is not a good counter. You gotta give him respect. You know, you gotta work with your teammate to refrag and so forth nonetheless. I mean, generally speaking, you can just see that, like, all the enemies have to give a lot of respect. Good timings on the ADSs, right? When they don't expect it. Now, look at Mozzie. This guy's shitting himself. He tried a knife, but he got flashed anyway. Doesn't matter. You just keep running at him. Now, obviously, this got kind of lucky at the end, but still. Like, the actual play and use of Blitz was amazing. When you play Blitz, you kind of fall into the idea that the meta is psychology-based, which I personally think it is. This isn't, like, this is a video, I'm probably going to make it a different point, but the meta is not TDM meta. The meta is not cheese meta. There is no actual, like, playstyle meta. Every playstyle works. The main thing is psychology. So certain things are consistent throughout all playstyles, but they're all tied back to psychology. And but I think Blitz is the biggest example because when you roam clear with Blitz, people don't, like, sit there and try to hold it. They instantly shit themselves because they know how, like, scary it is to play against the Blitz, right? It's genuinely scary, and that's why Blitz is so effective. It has nothing to do with, like, oh, if he's close, whatever, because you can just play around a Blitz with crossfires and stuff. It's more so when you see a Blitz, you go non-verbal, shit your pants, and run away because you're scared, rightfully so. And with that being said, that's about as simple as it gets. Or, honestly, it's about as complicated as it gets with Blitz. It's a scary operator that rushes at you, and you gotta run away from it and respect it, otherwise you die. So, it's a little strong, especially right now, but, you know, you gotta learn it and be good at it to succeed, especially in competitive Siege. So, I'm gonna leave it off at that. I'll find some examples possibly and include them in a video. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.